Just vibe one time for your mind.
Welcome to Sunbeat Live. I'm Adrian Valente with Sunbit, and if you're one of our dental partners, you're in the right place. Happy Wednesday, August 26th, and thank you for joining our weekly educational series to help the trained and certified Sunbeast like you build your comfort and confidence using Sunbit with the people you serve. Now, we do fresh episodes every Wednesday. We're on Zoom events live, and if you're tuned in with Zoom events, you're getting Sunbeast app rewards points as our way of saying thank you. We also simulcast on YouTube live, so you can always catch past episodes on YouTube, and we also publish to Spotify, so if you ever want to listen along while you're during your commute, you can. And for those of you that are new to Zoom events, there are a couple of controls to help you out. So if you want to participate in the conversation or ask the community questions, use the chat button. If you want to ask the show hosts questions to answer live on air, use the Q&A button. We're having a hard time keeping track of chat because there's so many of you. And then reactions just to let us know how you're feeling. And then, of course, we have our success team. They are there to help you grow and be successful using Sunbit. So if you want to schedule some team training, or maybe you just need some one-on-one coaching, perhaps you need a refill of your marketing materials, any consultation help you need, this is all complimentary, being a Sunbit merchant partner. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, we are joined by show producer and co-host. Please welcome to the program, Queenita Brown. Queenita, how are you?
I am wonderful. Happy Wednesday, friends. Hope your day is going as fabulous as you are.
Yes. Ooh, that was nice. Very nice. Hello, chat. Good to see the regulars. Good to see new folks as well.
Hey.
Always new folks. Yay. Hello, hello. So, we've been doing our Back to Basics series, along with back to school season. I know everyone's kind of getting back into it. Hope everyone's doing okay. So this week we're going to be focusing on support and all the different ways Sunbit provides you and your patients support. But before we get into it, we want to bring back the news segment due to popularity from the group. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Folks are skipping medical treatments due to healthcare costs. Queenita, what's going on there?
Yeah, this article from USA Facts talks about just that, and it breaks down a couple of different numbers here. So first, more than 1 in 4 American adults delayed medical care in 2025 due to cost. So we can see it changing year over year. 1 in 4 last year. And 8% of Americans lacked health insurance. So as you see here, it's decreasing. People are having trouble maintaining or keeping health insurance or even having it at all due to cost and affordability. Now, specific to dental care, in 2025, dental care was the most commonly skipped treatment due to cost. So above, we see here follow-up care, seeking a doctor or specialist, mental health, prescription medicine. Dental care was number 1. It was the most commonly skipped treatment. And with it being due to cost, that's why you have options like Sunbit to help your patients come in and take care of their dental care and their dental needs. But they're going to skip it if they don't know that it's an option, right? So having Sunbit on your website and sharing pre-qualification links and, contacting those new patients to let them know when they do come in that they do have an option, it can help alleviate a lot of stress and get them in to take better care of their health.
And we also want to be clear, we're not trying to push anything on anyone. It's all about gentle reminders and ways to generate awareness, to give folks time to plan and budget appropriately for their dental care needs. So with that, with this week's topic, you need help. Sometimes your patients need help. And you might be curious, well, what exactly is available to us when we need help? Queenita, tell us a little bit about your background at Sunbit, because, you and I kind of come from different sides of the business.
Yeah, came into Sunbit as the training manager for the customer care center. So building that curriculum, getting those folks ready and prepared to be able to help you guys, to help customers as well, patients, all the folks who were opening Sunbit transactions, loans, the Sunbit credit card, all of those good things. So I started as a training manager there before migrating to support merchant training. So here I am on Sunbeast Live with you guys, supporting that side. But it's cool because you guys get a sneak peek at both. So you guys get a sneak peek like today about what we do on the back end to support you and your patients, and then as well as all of the training that we provide to you directly as well.
And let's start with what we do in the field. This is where I started. I was one of the early stage employees way back in 2016, and my first 5 years were on the road. And we're lucky enough to have such wonderful employees who are able to travel and visit with as many teams as they can. This allows us to provide personalized training and support, not just for the launch and activation of new dental practices, but also to provide ongoing support and education, especially because many of you will, of course, have new people that start in the future. Those folks need coaching. Those folks also need to get trained and certified. So not just helping you in terms of education, but helping you with your marketing materials, helping you navigate your Sunbit business dashboard and reports, and helping to set you up for success. When we think about what Sunbit operations are trying to do, it's to help you build your comfort and confidence using Sunbit. And we do this by helping you navigate the tools you have to provide you rewards and recognition. And we even have some of our dental partners have multiple plaques they've received over, a year, 2 or 3 years with us. And it's important to celebrate those milestones and wins together because you all work so incredibly hard to serve your communities and help grow the practice you work at. And sometimes it feels like a thankless job, and we want to make sure that you feel seen, you feel heard, and you feel supported. Now, all the folks in the team also have a complementary team, and that's Success. I mention them at every show with Queenita because they are an integral part of helping to continue your growth with Sunbit. Of course, we have the ability to help you with all sorts of things, from your email reports to training and coaching, helping you manage your users for your Sunbit account. Maybe someone left the team and you need to remove a name, or maybe someone new just got added that needs to get trained and certified. And in addition to having the field team, the remote team in our offices in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, we also have partner support for you. Right, Queenita, this is like the technical side, right? I would call partner support if I'm having like technical issues with my iPad, right? My tablet's doing something weird. Or like, I guess if I had a patient in front of me, could I call partner support?
Yeah, for sure. You can call partner support. They can help you with the application. They can help you with any issues you're running into during the application, errors, technical things going on. So partner support's there to help for sure.
Yeah, and this is important because, of course, your patients can call our customer care team, but it's really nice knowing that you also have a dedicated team that understands both what you are going through, the dental practice, as well as what the patient is going through as the applicant for the financing and the loan. And it's just so wonderful that we have real human beings, right? We don't outsource support or collections to a third party. Everything is handled internally by Sunbit employees, which we're incredibly proud of. Like when you call Sunbit, you're talking to Sunbit. And in addition to the success team, the field team, the call center, we also have Sunbeast support, right? Many of you use the Sunbeast
You
app.
know them well.
And they help with, extra cash issues with points or redemptions, anything related to that app specifically. sbsupport@sunbit.com. Elizabeth Johnson in the chat letting us know, I just talked with Mike yesterday. Mike's the best.
Nice. Yeah. Great team.
Mike helps
Always
out.
there to support. Mm-hmm.
But Devin is the one who actually does your rewards points for being here on the show. So she's the one who she does it in like 24 hours or something crazy.
He does it
and
really
that's
quick
hundreds
after I
of
get
people.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah, for both shows. We do the 2 episodes on Wednesdays. And the whole team there just doing a bunch. And then, of course, special shout out to Shir Nakash, stepping up as community manager in the Sunbit staff, doing a lot of fun stuff there. And all these people are part of our support efforts for you. Right? That's a big part of this. In addition to the support we're providing for patients. So, Queenita, where you're based out of, with that friendly call center in Las Vegas. I'm with the LA headquarters in California. But gosh, we have over 300 representatives on the phones, and they're all Sunbit employees. All right, you're not talking to some third-party company. You're talking to actual fellow employees of Queenita and I. And we're there on the phone. We're there for chat. We got a high net promoter score. People really love the brand. They love how we treat them. And because we treat your patients well, it reflects positively on you. Right? But I'm going to step out of this. Queenita, walk us through like how we're actually supporting patients, customers of Sunbit, right? Because once they've completed the transaction with you, they become Sunbit customers. And now we're going to service the loan. Right? You got paid out, but now we are doing collections, support, helping your patients. And you want to make sure, like, hey, how does Sunbit treat its customers?
Yeah. I mean, we talked about how we support you, and, we have our field teams and success, Sunbeast support. We have this just support bus, right? And to continue with support, we're going to go on to how Sunbit supports your customers. The wheels on the bus go round and round, continuing with this customer support, which also is available every day, Monday through Sunday. These are their hours. This is their phone number. If you couldn't tell earlier, partner support, the number is just different by one number, which is 778, and customer support is 678. So very similar. Hopefully that helps you guys differentiate the two so it routes differently. But regardless, we'll be able to get you to where you need to go. But customer support, some different things that we help with when the patient calls in, making payments. I did see a question in chat about making payments as well and using different cards. So if you do need to make a payment with a different payment method, we're able to help with updating the payment method on files so you can pay with different cards. You don't have to use the same card every single time. Once you've had that loan established, you can make additional payments, which they can help out with. There's also changing the payment due date. Maybe you have your bills all coming out at the same time, or maybe you need a breather from when all of your bills come out and you want to separate the due date for your Sunbit. You can contact customer care. They can help with that as well. Identity verification, which some of you guys may have run into with patients in the application process, where they might need to send in some additional information to verify their identity. Our team in Vegas can help with that as well. And then, of course, there's chat support. Not everyone likes to talk on the phone. Some people would prefer to chat. So we have chat agents at our customer care center that can help via chat with all of the above, most of the above. I mean, they can't verify your identity via chat, but yeah, a lot of it can be done in chat. And even if whatever your patient needs help with can't be done in chat, they'll ask you for a phone number to call you on, and they can call you directly because, like Adrian had mentioned, all humans, all Sunbit employees, and they really do a great job at trying to resolve your issue, like with that initial interaction. So chat support is available there as well. And then the
Really?
app.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I really love seeing pictures of the employees, really getting
Yeah.
behind the scenes. There's not just a farm of AI bots. Like there's real
Yeah.
humans in the beautiful state of Nevada working hard to help everybody out. And good segue actually to
Yeah,
to
to
the app,
Julia's
Julia.
question. Yeah.
Let's show you. So with the Sunbit app, this is the patient app where they can manage any loan they have. So even if they have more than one Sunbit with you, they can manage those loans right here in the Sunbit app. You can download it for iOS or for Android. When we send the email after a transaction's been completed, when the patient receives that confirmation email from us, we actually tell them about the app and our website. But let's walk you through real quick the support that's available here. On the home screen, managing loans, being able to adjust payment settings and also make manual payments. Very easy to do. You can see the blue make a payment button there. Payment settings can also be updated. To Julia's question, you can update the debit card and update the payment due date very easily.
Yeah.
So even though it's
Self-service
kind of
options. Yeah, if you don't want to call in or speak to someone, a lot of the things that customer care can help with over the phone, you can actually do, or your patient can actually do within the app itself.
Yeah, a question coming up from Chat Tracy asking, can the loans be combined? But Jessica Jones stepping in to save the day. The loans cannot be combined. They're separate contracts and agreements, but you can always update the due dates to be the same day. I once had 3 Sunbits that overlapped, and I ended up moving all their due dates to the same day, so they would just all pull together. And in the menu, there's access to additional account settings, additional support, and privacy settings. Now, support also has chat available, which is
Yeah.
growing in popularity. We've been
Straight
hearing.
from the app. It's super huge. So if a patient is in the app and they're like scrolling through and they're trying to figure out something to do, or they have questions while they're in the app, they can actually start a chat directly from the app as well to help get them to where they're trying to go or figure out what they're trying to do. So another avenue to access chat.
In addition to the Sunbit app, not everybody wants to download an app to their phone. We understand that. And they can head over to mysunbit.com and access all the same things from a browser. Well, they can do it from their phone or their computer, at home or remotely anywhere. They can do all the same things we just walked you through. Payment settings, making payments, and then also if they have multiple loans, they can see that there.
Yeah.
Good. To recap,
Lots of support.
lots of support. So we talked about partner support. They're there for transaction issues and troubleshooting, right? Because like Queenita, you and I, or at least I can't see transactions. I've been with Sunbit a decade. I've never been able to see Sunbit transactions. That's a call center thing. Only they can do that,
Yeah.
right?
And think partner is you. You're our partner, right? So partner support is you, support for you with those transactions and troubleshooting.
Success at sunbit.com. They're there to help you for growth, for education, guidance, consultation, and marketing. Contract changes at sunbit.com. If you need to adjust or cancel a loan, we'll honor whatever you need. It just needs to come from you. Contract changes at sunbit.com. SB support at sunbit.com for your Sunbeast app with points and rewards. We also have chat available through sunbit.com and the Sunbit app, as you just saw. And that's with our U.S. support team, real human beings. And of course, good old-fashioned classic phone support. They should probably take a picture of this.
Yes.
If you need to
And
keep track of all
contract
this.
changes too, you guys. That's a common one. So when you guys have questions about like a contract, reducing the amount, say like, for example, Christy had mentioned in chat, I had a patient treatment change after the approval, but they didn't want to do another Sunbit that day. And they came back another day. So if you do have a patient whose treatment changes after they do a Sunbit, if it's lower, the cost is lower, you can adjust the contract, which can be done by emailing contract changes at sunbit.com. Or if it needs to be canceled out, then you can email contract changes at sunbit.com to cancel out the transaction and maybe run a new one for the higher amount if it's more, if they just want one transaction.
Nice. Okay. I'm glad we were coasting through that at a pretty brisk
Yeah,
clip
let's
because it
answer
gives us
some of these
time.
questions.
Yeah, so first up, Victoria asking, are there any limitations how a patient uses the Sunbit card? patients
Ooh.
have been asking me for more information about the Sunbit card. So Sunbit has a separate product, a credit
Mm-hmm.
card, the Sunbit card. It's by invitation only currently, so it's not just readily available for the public. People who have done a Sunbit loan typically get invited to the card once, and then you can join the wait list on our website, sunbit.com/card. But that's a whole different product.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question that sometimes comes up that's like, oh, can you use the Sunbit card on the tablet?
No, you cannot. The Sunbit card is a credit card. So they can either run the transaction fully through you as a credit card, like they can use the Sunbit card for that, or they would do the Sunbit loan and they would need a debit card for the down payment on that.
Yeah. So when we say we don't accept credit cards for our
Not even our
loan,
own.
not even yeah, not even our own. Very good.
No credit cards.
But Victoria, that's really interesting. That people are asking about the card. Well, I will say this: if you ever have a patient, because sometimes we get the other question, it's like, well, if they have the card, should I still offer the tablet? My hot
Yeah.
take is yes, because we know that it's wait list only. Usually, people that have the card have done the loan, which means they're probably going to get really good numbers on that tablet.
Yeah. Low down
I
payment. So it might be more convenient to do the Sunbit loan versus putting a large transaction on their credit card that might accrue interest if they don't pay it off right away.
Yeah. The same coaching, when we talk about loan versus credit card, that includes our own credit card.
Yeah.
It's great because you can use it anywhere Visa's accepted, but that Sunbit tablet experience, not everybody has that. That's very unique to your practice,
Yeah. Or the guided app.
And send people a link.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, Victoria, thanks for bringing that up. But yeah,
Yes.
totally different product. But even if they have it, I'd check out that tablet, see if it offers you something more favorable. Very nice. Go ahead and answer that one live. And asking yesterday, a patient asked us if she was able to use 2 different debit cards for the down payment for her Sunbit loan. I absolutely did not know this answer. I'd love your feedback. Queenita, what's your take?
Alondra had that question too earlier, so I'm glad that you asked that, and I saw that in
Mm.
chat. But so you have a few ways you can go about this. For the Sunbit transaction itself, you can only put in a debit card for the down payment, so one. But what they can do is they could split tender and maybe pay more down towards the treatment and adjust the amount for the Sunbit loan to see if it brings that down payment down for them to make it a little bit easier for them to use just one card. So that's an option. Playing with the numbers on the tablet is something we talk about a lot. So play with the numbers, see how much the transaction would need to be to get that down payment to a good, comfortable space. And then you can like pay the difference outside with that other payment method. So they can go that route too. But during the application, only one debit card for the down payment.
Because we know Sunbit, it doesn't hurt to check. The vast majority of folks are getting approved, and you have these flexible options to review. So that's one of the reasons why we coach on mentioning it early and often to give people the opportunity and the time to plan and budget appropriately. Because really what we're talking about is using Sunbit as a monthly payment calculator, as part of the conversation. We're not committing to anything, because if we're playing around with numbers and we can't get it to work, okay, we back out of it. No harm, no foul. Didn't hurt to check, and and once you exit an application, it's gone. Like they have to
Yeah.
reapply fresh, even though the approvals are locked for 28 days. But sorry, I need to worry about not soapboxing too much here.
Good
I
question.
need
But
to.
Sharice's
Good
question
question.
kind of ties into this, which is, are patients able to switch payment method to FSA or HSA cards? So that kind of fits with this too. They can split tender and use their HSA card for whatever amount and then do the rest on Sunbit, but they can't use the HSA card for the Sunbit itself
Yeah.
because we aren't a healthcare institution where financing the loan for the patient. But we did hear from Julia that you can get reimbursed though Right? What was it that she said about the
Yeah.
HSA
So
card?
let's say a patient just uses their debit card, normal Sunbit. They can then use their HSA to reimburse themselves. So use their HSA dollars to pay themselves back with that money. And because we're not a healthcare provider, like Queenita said, so we just literally can't accept those cards. Like it just won't work.
Yeah.
But split tender is probably the most popular way to navigate this. As much as you can, use HSA dollars, finance the rest, or pay yourself back after the fact.
Yeah.
Really good question there. Let's go ahead and answer that one live. Let's go back to Olivia.
Olivia. Yeah.
On the Sunbeast app, does everyone receive a 1099? Only, I think you have to earn over $600
Reach a certain amount.
Yeah. We're required to send those tax forms out once it reaches a certain dollar amount. So yeah, any Sunbeast, some of you that are top earners are very used to this, but yes, that is taxable income. Mm-hmm. Very good question. Very good question.
Good question.
Mark that one answered live. And with the second one, once a patient gets an approval amount and uses less in one transaction, comes back and gets more treatment, do they need to redo an application, Queenita?
Yes. So they will need to redo the application because now it's a different contract or a different loan for the additional treatment.
Yeah. Because it's, like a credit card is a balance of open credit. So you can just use that card and access that pool of credit whenever you need it. These are loans. So it doesn't work that way. Like, let's say I get approved for $10,000, right? And I then do a $5,000 Sunbit. I use half of it. Maybe I'm doing some aligners. And when I'm making payments, it kind of goes back into that available pool, but I'd have to do another application. Because what's interesting, and some of you have shared this with us, where some patients, they do a second or third Sunbit and they see better numbers. They're getting lower APRs, lower down payments, higher approvals. And because once patients start establishing a good repayment history with us, we reward them with more favorable terms. Yeah. So Olivia, to answer your question, yes, they would need to redo another, but it's so fast. And the first time they did it was the slowest. The second time they do it, it's, they know what they're doing. Very good question.
Good
All right.
question.
Yay.
If you guys have any more, feel free to throw it in there and we'll be wrapping up and we can get back to it at the end if we have time.
So for those of you paying attention, I will give 50 points to anyone who can tell us what was today's phrase that pays. Let's go into the chat. Does anyone know?
Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Stacy.
Stacy. I got to write this down. So I'm going to do 50 points.
You guys did so good.
That was incredible. Hold on. Stacy, that was like that was so fast. How did you type that fast? I was so impressed.
Run it, Adrian, run it. Hey, the wheels on the bus. Because the support bus is just, those wheels are just a turning and turning today. Back to school bus. Let's go.
Go to your Sunbeast app.
Yes. Jinx, you a pinch poke, you'll be a go.
Very good, very good. Shout out to Shir Nakash and the fun stuff we're doing there. All right, so coming up next on Sunbeast Live, we're continuing our Back to Basics series with Back to School season, diving into marketing next week on September 2nd. And then I'm heading to the National ADOM Conference in Orlando to do a CE course. Stephen J. Anderson's going to be there too, and then he's going to be on our show that week after ADOM on the 9th. So if you're here on Zoom events, there's been a live poll letting us open the door for you to ask questions, and we're going to share it with him ahead of time. And if your question is posed live on air, we're going to go ahead and get you some extra rewards points, about 50 points there. And then come back on the 16th. It's going to be just me and Nita. We're going to do more live audience Q&A. So save your questions for Steven, and then we'll have us having a good old time. It'll be nice. Let me go ahead and put the link tree for the show in the chat for everybody in case you want to check out past episodes on YouTube or Spotify. You can also catch Queenita's Sun Clips on YouTube Shorts and on the Sunbeast mobile app for quiz questions and rewards points. Watch a quick Sun Clip, answer a question, and immediately get your points. Don't miss out. Keep logging in each day. They're dropping all sorts of fun stuff with the Sunbeast app. But Queenita, did I miss anything?
No, you did a great job. As always, per usual. We
Also,
hope you guys
Queenita-
learned more about support and what we do to help you and your patients. So take advantage of that. It's all a part of the services we provide.
And shout out to Queenita for the new swag, the new show swag.
Oh, yeah.
We just got the new hoodie, the new hoodies. But anyways, keep an eye out for next week's episode. Pay attention. Might be some more fun Sunbeast stuff going on. But from all of us at Sunbit, thank you so much for being part of the Sunbeast user community, for continuing your education with us here on Wednesdays, and hopefully we will see you at the next one. Take care, everybody, while we dance this one out, and have a great week, everybody. I like my hoodie.